Hello, everybody. It's Jochen Hayden, and I'm back with the Loka versus Desert Wolf campaign. It's Christmas Eve, 1941. So by now, everybody's watched the December 20th video on my channel. It came out today, the day that I'm watching this right now, and I gotta tell you, you guys were mean. A lot of derogatory things said about Loka. I don't know if it's all necessarily warranted. Yeah, he's made some bad decisions, but uh-oh. Okay. um, yeah, he's made some interesting decisions, but he's also playing one of the very best at this game. So some of this stuff could have happened to anybody, including me. I mean, that attack in the Dutch East Indies, I don't know if I could have stopped that either. Anyway, keeping with his great decision making, Loka brought a task force into Singapore, Hex, which I think is very dangerous with the mines there, but he doesn't seem to care about mines, as we've seen. My guess is that this was intended to be a bombardment task force, and we'll see if that's the case. All right, there you go. Let's see if this is actually going to be a bombardment. Ah! And he hit a mine! Oh, this guy and his mines. I don't get it. I guarantee you is a mine in Singapore. It's got a thick minefield. It better be a darn good reason why he's in here. Okay, this is probably the first we've seen of Japanese subs out near Australia. I don't recall seeing them before now. So it's engaging a lone AKL, which I believe was just a like a picket ship. And that sinks. Yeah, okay, so it was a bombardment. So he went in there on purpose. And Miyoko is smoking right now. Oh, man. So he drove Miyoko into a minefield. Oh, boy. Oh, man. I hope it's worth it. Let's see what this ends up being here. Oh my gosh. Talk about a swing and a miss. These guys went into Singapore for a bombardment, hit mines, got hit by the coastal guns, and absolutely did no damage to the base. What the heck? That's oof. That's bad. Okay. So they're landing there. Kira. Efate. These are all pretty expected things here. And Dajin gas. Those are all Japanese landings. What's this? Ooh. This should be fun. We have I guess a destroyer minesweeper versus a APD. Hmm. Oh man, they're getting in close. I want this Japanese APD to win this. There we go. Ah, dang it. Now, I thought the APD might still have some of its 120 millimeter guns, but it doesn't look like it does. And now it's getting tore up. All right. APD Suta is on fire. If we hear any sinking sounds, it might be this. Oh, 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 no. Oh, oh, bummer. 019, man, hits I-154 with the torpedo. That's just bad luck. Dang it. And it sank. Do you hear it? And did I just hear that? Did I just hear another mine strike? No. No, that can't be. Surely there's no more mines. Ugh, man. So the I-153 is dead. It got hit by a torpedo and sank. Hmm. Okay. Well, this is fun. Are these the guys we saw over at Wake a turn or two ago? Let's see what happens here. Okay, well, I guess the long lances are away, so let's see what happens with this. I'm gonna mute my mic for a bit, and let's just watch this for a while. This should be fun. Hey, about time, man. I'm rooting for the Japanese today, man. We need a win. I mean he needs a win. It's been nothing but sadness and disappointment and death for the Japanese this whole last week. So let's get a victory in today. I'm hoping for this. Another one. Ooh, a little long lance action for you. All right. Any more? Can we get some more? Nice. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Nice. Every ship's been touched now. Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, we're running them down. These guys aren't going nowhere. Oh man, that Preble is dead. That's like the 6th or 7th shell it's taken. Nice. Oh, we're catching up, man. We're closing the range. You're not getting away. Yeah, we're gonna get them all. All right, I think we know how this is gonna end. Man, what a good outcome for the Japanese on this one. I'm not quite sure why these guys are here, right? I'm guessing it's maybe for a bombardment, but uh, 5 of the 6 destroyer mine layers that Desert Wolf deployed here are dead, and we'll see what happens to this 6th one. Now, did they get their mines off before they died? That's the big question. We'll have to wait and see about that one. Okay, so it was a bombardment. I was wondering about that. Now, to me, this should have happened last turn when the Japanese attacked. He should have coupled the attack with the bombardment. I don't know if it was a coordination failure or what led to that, but um, the attack went a day before the bombardment, so they didn't get to capitalize on the disruption. And there you go. Not a particularly great bombardment, this one. Ooh, here we go. This should be fun. My guess is that the I think these P-40s are going to do good here because I believe the Japanese are flying long-range cap, and that's not quite as effective as cap over, your home base. I'm actually surprised that these Oscars are hanging in as well as they are. I did not think that they would be this effective. I mean, they were almost outnumbered 2-1, but they more or less even the odds here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. But I will say I'm whatever the outcome is, I'm impressed by how these Oscars performed here. All right, so the AVG guys do carry the day, but only because they had more numbers. And the Japanese were really down low. I guess to protect against bombers. I don't know. It's kind of a weird engagement here. Oh. Ooh. This is not going to be pretty for these zeros. I'll tell you right now. My guess here is that the cap is actually going to win this. I don't want to sit here and watch it all day, so we'll let this one go fast. But we will definitely take a look at the configuration of these aircraft on cap to see how Deswolf had them set up once we go around the map. Because I'm always interested in his air orders, because he is able to get results that no one else can get in these air engagements. So let's see how it goes. Not quite sure how it went. I think it was more or less an even trade. And we'll take a look at actually how these things are all set up a little more closely when we go and look at the turn. But definitely I saw quite a few zeros on fire there. It's a weird place to bomb. Where are they coming from? Davao? I have no idea where these nails are flying out of. I guess maybe Minot? Heck, I don't know. Oh. I don't know. Oh! Alright, these Japanese do have numbers here. I think they're going to win this one, but boy, it's going to be another tight run affair like Chungking was. Let's see how they do. I think the Japanese get the better of that. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, this sweep went a lot better. And these guys are flying out of Sinkawang. I saw the little red line, so that's where they're coming from. A much better performance by the Japanese here. Let's see if their altitude was better. Yeah, see, they came in a lot higher this time around, and that definitely helped them. Although the Allies were very high as well. Maybe they're coming out of Babel. See that red line? The only real base down here, if I move them out, if I move the thing down, watch. Yeah, they're coming out of Babel. And look at the marker. That means that they're extended range right there. Oh, this shouldn't take long to resolve. Ooh, got some Hudsons going for a naval attack. Let's see if they hit anything. Ooh, that's a big one. Come on. Oh, no! Yeah! Haruna Maru. And Yamashiro. Oh, really? That bomb won't do anything to that ship. But they hit it nonetheless. So Haruna Maru takes a bomb. Does not appear to be loaded with troops, so I think we'd see some casualties. Yamashiro takes a bomb, but that's not going to hurt it at all. Alright, so here's the reason. This is, the bombing rate is coming in here. And I think this is, again, exploratory in nature. just to kind of see what we've got here. So there we go. A base force and an infantry regiment. So this is probably one of the main thrusts towards Rangoon. I bet you the 55th Division. I think that's what that's from. Okay, B-17Es flying out of Surabaya, doing what? Bombing stuff at 4,000 feet. Wow. Okay, Kolaka. Pretty big. This is a nice size raid here. Okay, 4,000 feet again. And Kolaka again. I wonder why he's targeting these troops like this. Uh-oh. So one thing I never understood about this game is why does it always end up having these little flights of 3? It always splits up your sweeps into these little pieces like this. I never understood why. It's a pain in the butt. And phasing the books, it was pretty eventful. Got some good fighter-on-fighter combat there. No crazy cap traps, no horrible Japanese losses, so that's good. I don't want to see any more of that right now. Okay, bombing from 18,000 feet, targeting the runway. Okay, Hudson's going for round 2. And Mutsu, huh? So at least we know what's there. 2 Japanese battleships are at turn 8. The Yamashiro and the Mutsu. Oh, Wildebeest going in. You know, they never miss. Hit it. Hit it. A torpedo. Why are we not flying? No way. Why are we not long-range capping Mersing right now? That makes no sense to me. If you know you're bringing in ships here and you have an operational airfield, why would you not cover this? I don't understand that. I would... never mind. Man, I don't get the Mersing thing. If you know that that Singapore is still viable for an airfield, you have to cap those aircraft coming in. So we're using battleships to support a landing at turn 8? That seems a bit excessive. So here's the issue, guys. You have to be very careful when you use your big ships to bombard or to cover an invasion, because there's not a lot of places around here that have the rearm level to put ammo back in these things. Now, he has 1 AKE right now that they start off with. And did he bring it to Minato? That if so, that's fine, but sometimes you get picked off by subs getting that thing in there, so you have to be very careful with your AKE and where you put it. So I'm assuming he has his AKE, which is the ammunition replenishment ship, somewhere in the area, or else it makes no sense to use your battleships like this, or else you have to drive them all the way back to, Cameron Bay or even Home Islands to rearm them in some cases. I don't even think Babel can do it right now. Okay, land combat. This should go reasonably well for the Japanese here. The Chinese troops are kind of beat up now. Okay, or not. Wow. I didn't think that the Chinese would even do that good. They hold on another turn. That's surprising. Oh, this is the first we've seen this. We're going to get a good look at what the Japanese have here so far. Ooh. I'll tell you what the Japanese got. They've got problems. Look at these losses. They're not going to want to get into a sustained bombardment at Clark because they're not going to trade well. Yikes, man. That's actually really bad. Okay, going for another attack at Taiping. I do not see how they can't take it this time. This Indian breed's so beat up. They're gonna win. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on, man. That's crazy. I bet you it dies by attrition. There's just no way. That's crazy. Whatever. Oh, he's going for it again, huh? Yep. The Japanese don't trade well here at Minelaying. Every time I've tried to attack here without huge odds, I've been beaten up badly. The terrain is just so bad for this to attack. Alright, Caviang. Looks like the Allies' troops got pulled out of here entirely. Okay, looks like we got some dot base cleanup. I'm gonna go through this quickly. Oh, okay. This is a paratroop landing south of Medan. Tanjung Balai. I wonder why this. Why is this base important to him? Okay, we're back. Let's take a look at it. Aircraft losses today. Whew. Busy day. So we had a lot of P-40s, a lot of zeros, a lot of everything lost here. The Japanese did trade better overall. However. All right. And looking at ships sunk. I don't know if I believe this. I don't think this ship sank, and I don't think this one did either. But these 5 destroyer mine layers definitely did near Midway. So that was kind of a bloody day for us there. Army loss points. A little raise on that. Can you believe it? The Japanese ship sunk score is actually higher than the Allied one right now. I don't know that I've ever seen that before this early in the campaign. All right, so let's talk about the situation. But before we do, let's see where those mine hits were. Ah, no combat report, huh? Hold on, I'm gonna fix that. All right, let's try it again. There it is. So where were those mine hits at? I think I know where they're at. There it is, look at that. All three of the ships that he brought... Three of the ships that he brought into Singapore hit mines. I don't... Any more? I think that's it. All right? Oh, no. No. There's more. Oh my gosh. He drove the I-8 into Auckland and hit a mine. Let's look at this. So the Singapore thing is what it is, but he also went into here with mines. There's 200 mines in Auckland. Why would you go into that port? He's got to know there's mines here. He's played Allies before. This is crazy. What is up with this guy driving into minefields? Okay, full disclosure, I've done it too, but not into known dense fields. Like I drove into Nadi with my carriers and hit a mine, but I didn't realize that the field was as thick as it was. Okay, I thought there was just a few mines there, not 300, because you don't start with mines at Nadi, but you start with mines at basically all these other places. As I recall, Singapore, you know, there, here, all these are places you expect mines. So why would you go in there? Anyway, so the Japanese heavy cruisers went into Midway for a bombardment, which I think was ill-advised because where the heck are they going to rearm at, right? Where is the rearm place for these heavy cruisers? There isn't one anywhere nearby. And this place is a death trap. How no subs hit these guys is crazy. But now they're out of ammo. And right off the coast, which now they're detected, is a heavy cruiser task force with a bunch of destroyers. Now, I don't know if it's Desert Wolf's plan to dive in here and try to engage these guys. It may be worthwhile because they don't have any ammo, but I don't know. Right behind that, we have a fast task force with supply aboard. And further out from there, we have another Marine Defense Battalion. And if you take a look here, it looks like Desert Wolf's still been busy bringing in more stuff because the AV numbers got up to 85 now, which surpasses what the Japanese have left. We have the Johnson Defense Battalion is in here now, and more of this combat engineer regiment. So things are getting extremely dangerous for the Japanese here. They're in danger of actually getting completely annihilated on this island. The only thing that's going for them is that the Allies have basically no supply here. If we can get this task force in, however, that'll resolve that. That's more than enough supply. You can unload some of that and fix the issue. So we just need to clear these Japanese ships out of here and then we're good to go. And I expect this to be not good for the Japanese next turn. They're probably going to hit a mine, or they're going to hit one of these subs, or these guys are going to get involved. Okay, China. I don't really see anything here worth discussing, other than the cap interaction over Chungking. I was looking at the numbers here, and it looks like the I-15s were down low, which makes sense because that's her maneuver radius. The maneuver ratings are down low, and then we had the these guys at 20 to 25,000 feet. These guys were at 23, so 20, 23, 25, layered cap with another 5,000 down low for the biplanes. As far as the Japanese here, I don't know what the heck they're doing. I'm looking at my clock. It's 24 December. I think he's struggling. He's way behind. Way behind. Whoa. Oh. Way behind where I would expect someone who has access to the Kwantung army right out of the gate. Right? I had to, in my campaign with Macho, I had to pay political points. And maybe a month and a half in, we decided to nix that rule. But it took me a long time to get those troops to where they're at now. He's got them from day one. So where the heck are they and what are they doing? Because he should be way further along in China with that many troops available on tap from the start. And I'm just not seeing it at all. So I'm waiting. I see there's a concentration at Nanyang, but I just think he should be halfway up the Ankang Road by now with all that armor. I don't know. I'm not liking the Japanese strategy here at all, and I'm not able to discern what the heck it actually is. We'll wait and see. Okay, so we had some action over here, over this unit, which appears to be part of, I believe, the 55th Division. We had bombers come in here to bomb them so we could see what the heck they were. And then we also have these guys. These AVG guys were in here doing some work. Got some kills. Got a couple decent pilots out of this right now. All right, and in Malaya, these crazy Indians are still alive. I don't understand it, but let me tell you what. Give these guys all Victoria Crosses down to the last man because they're holding out against unbelievable odds. Like, it doesn't even make sense that they're not all dead yet. So these guys are really causing delays for Loka by not having this rail line secured. In my campaign, actually most of my campaigns, I was already prepping to move into Singapore by this time. So I feel like he's a bit behind with this whole thing right here. Because remember, he's got 2 days on the rail line still, at a minimum, and then several days to unpack before he can move. So we're looking at well into January before he moves. Now that's still early if you consider that the real Japanese guys didn't take Singapore until what? Early Feb? Something like that? Early Feb 42. So he has time, but that's only compared to reality. You know, real World War II. But this is a game we're playing, and it's all about speed, I think. And he's behind. Okay, I shouldn't say it's all about speed, because if you think it's all about speed, then you end up with this, right? I take that back. Don't listen to me. Okay, the other thing I want to comment about here is the complete and utter lack of a cap over Mersing. Okay, if you're going to be bringing ships in here, you got to cover it, because Singapore is completely undamaged. That high altitude bombing he's been doing is completely useless. It doesn't work at Singapore. There's too many engineers available. Remember, each engineer vehicle is worth 5 engineer squads, so he's actually got closer to 300 engineers here. You're not going to keep up with that bombing from the stratosphere. And so that means that this airport is still viable. So you have to assume that there's going to be aircraft countering any landings at Mersing at any point. And the fact that there's no cap there just is inexcusable to me. Okay, in the Philippines, he did his first bombardment here, and it went terrible. He got blasted, so we're in no threat of losing Clark Field anytime soon. He's only got 1,100 AV here. We're waiting to see what other troops he brings, but at this time, I'm saying he does not have enough to take Clark Field anytime soon. All right, Dutch East Indies, we know we have battleships here. I think I already mentioned my feelings about using battleships out here for supporting landings at places like Ternate. I can kind of see it for Ambon because they've got a pretty decent coastal defense battery there, but Ternate does not need battleship guns to suppress the landing. So all he did was run his battleships out of ammunition. And where's he going to get that at? Is he going to get it at Monado? He's going to need an AKE to do that, and he's only got one right now. I think even if he were to convert 20 or 30 more into home islands, they wouldn't be able to get out here in time. So you have to be very careful how you use your heavy cruisers and your battleships in the Dutch East Indies early on because there's nowhere to rearm them. And this was a huge waste of ammo for Ternate. There's literally nothing there that needed to be bombarded like that. That's an Ambon problem. All right, so in the Solomons, I noticed that last turn we had troops at Kavieng and now we don't. So I'm thinking these PBYs here pulled them out and dropped them off here at Horn Island. And Horn Island is turning into quite the crazy little base. He's got forts coming up. He's got plenty of supply here, 13,000 supply. And a lot of AVs. So I don't think Horn Island is going to be falling to anybody. You would need 2 divisions to take this place in one go. I would think, at this point. Because these ATOL landings are rough. Okay, looking at the South Pacific down here. Looks like we still have Enterprise and Dry Dock getting patched up. And it does look like, for the time being, Lexington is going to Adelaide? I don't know why. I'm waiting for Deswolf to tell me like what he's planning to do with this carrier. So he hasn't yet. But this seems a little odd to me. Why would you bring the Lexington to Adelaide? I don't know. I'm sure he has a reason. I don't know what it is. If you guys have any theories as to where this carrier is going and why, let me know. And we'll see if Desert Wolf pops in the comments and backs that up. All right. So I think the last thing I want to look at is, where is the Saratoga? Has it spawned in yet? Let's see if it's even on the map. I don't recall seeing it. So, oh, there it is. Saratoga. There it is. Task Force 208. Aha! There it is. So the Task Force 208 is the Lexington, and it is currently on the way to... Oh, it's at Cape Town. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, that's something. I didn't realize that. The Saratoga is now at Cape Town. I think he was doing some full speed movement there, which is, you know, there's no house rules against it. It's a little gamey, but hey, all bets are off with this thing, right? I don't particularly care for this, moving full speed off map, because it's just not realistic at all. But hey, you know, like I said, there's no house rules, so I guess it doesn't matter. Let's see if Desert Wolf is using any other ships like that. So that full sped. Let's see here. It's a mission. So coming on map, you can't do that. What about up here? These guys are going... Yep. Okay. So because there's no rules, they're playing it like this. These ships are all using full speed movements from what I can tell, while they're going off map to off map. So that's something that the Allies get a little bit of a bonus with. If you're going from one off-base map to another off-base map, if you put your ships to full speed, they'll move the full speed movements, right? So a total of 18 hexes a day, but they don't take any damage and they don't burn any fuel. I think it's a bit of an exploit. I would typically want a house rule against this because I think it's cheap and lame, and there's no way that Saratoga can run at flank speed from Eastern USA or Panama Canal to Cape Town and take no damage and burn no fuel. That's clearly not intended. However, these guys have no rules, and this is the price you pay when you want to be a Japanese player with no rules. You're going to have ships moving at full speed off map and getting places way faster than they should be able to. So anyway, for those of you guys who are asking me where the heck the Saratoga's at, it's in Cape Town. Where is it going next? We're going to have to wait and see. Okay. I take it back. It's not at Cape Town. It'll be there in 2 days. But still, it's moving 18 hexes a day. So, all right, I've been talking long enough. I hope you enjoyed this turn. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.